money. I had a conversation with somebody, what was it, Sunday, which was yesterday, and they asked me what I enjoy doing. I said, well, I enjoy making money. And he was like, well, who doesn't enjoy making money? I said, some people don't enjoy making money because it requires too much work. You see, it's just too much for them to do. So people like to get money, but not everybody likes to earn
Hello.
money. And I had to break that down, and they were sitting there like, that's true. So which one are you? Drop it in the chat, drop it in the comments. Which one are you? Do you like to make money or you just like money? Because when you like to make money, you actually figure out what it takes to make the money. You figure out the business, you figure out what you love, you figure out who you can help, you figure out how you can help them, and you put that all together and organize it in the space that will keep you in profit, but also eventually automate so that way you're able to experience all of the benefits that your business has to offer. And of course, y'all know with us at being at DMU, being organized in your digital marketing is essential. It's essential for you to put a target on what it is you want to get done, and then all the steps that lead up to getting those things done. Because what I heard over the weekend is that breaking a big goal up into small steps or just increments will allow you to be organized, will allow you to feel accomplished, and will allow you to be motivated to continue going. When you feel as though you have so much to do all at once, you kind of do a burnout, or you kind of do a fadeaway, or you kind of just wait until the next thing pops up that you know you have to get done. So with organization, it's key because that organization allows you to feel accomplished, that you are actually working towards a specific goal. So I don't know about y'all, everybody tuning in. Thank you again for tuning in. But being organized in your digital marketing is going to be more helpful than you could ever think. So y'all let us know in the chat. Are y'all organized already? Do you need to get organized? What does that look like for you? When you first started a business, were you organized, Kiana?
Oh no. This is a great thing, great topic that you're bringing up because no, I wasn't organized. Actually, I was sending emails manually. And it's so funny that you said that. 'Cause recently, I just had someone, I was telling them about like email marketing, which obviously is a way, to organize or context, which we talk about the importance of having a CRM, customer relationship management system in the Digital Millionaire University all the time. It means to organize your leads and contacts because those are the individuals that will be purchasing from you or have purchased from you. And I was using Gmail because I didn't know anything about email automation or, having like that CRM system. And this week I was telling, so I was like, hey, you need to have a lead magnet to get individuals to come into your actual business so you stay organized and capture those information because you don't have a to collect leads that's coming in. And it was like, oh, can I just use my Gmail account for that? And I was just like laughing because that's exactly what I was doing. Because the only thing I knew how to do when I started was like, oh, well, if I get an order, I get business. I knew how to use email to just, send emails back and forth. But now I see and I know the importance of having an actual system because you want those emails to be automated and you want to also be able to organize because email marketing is a form of digital marketing. And you want those systems to be organized when you're doing that. And you want to know, like, is this a warm lead? Is it a cold lead or is it hot? And hot is somebody that, either is purchased from you already. Warm is somebody that is close to, purchasing from you. And then obviously we have cold, which is just somebody that has engaged with you, but they haven't really purchased anything from you, just getting used to knowing who you are. And you want to be able to categorize that as well. And you also want to be able to organize how you get them. So, like, if we're live streaming right now, and we have a lead magnet, we could put a keyword or we could have a special link that specifically is for people who are tuned in to the live stream, which shout out to y'all that's tuning in live with us. So that is the importance of just one aspect of organization. And it was a long answer, but long answer short, no. And that was just one of many ways that I wasn't organized. I didn't have a system. I didn't understand business, which is one of the main reasons why we started Digital Millionaire University in the first place, is because we were meeting so many individuals that were really great at what they did, but they didn't have a way, a system to organize it, or a way to outreach or to do digital marketing properly. What about you?
Yeah, that's so true. I know when I first started, I was using like at least three systems, and they probably overlapped or they didn't overlap at all. And that's why it felt like it was so much at once. Like just having to have a system for email marketing, having to have a system for sending out invoices and proposal, and then having to have a system that handles all my calendars, and then having to have a system that I'm on platform marketing, and then you have YouTube, and then you have Instagram, and then you have all these other social media platforms on top of the platforms you're using for the business. It was complete. It just felt like it was redundant. You go into business working for yourself, but then you feel like everything is against you because you just don't have the proper organization in your own organization. And I think it was helpful for me to realize that I want success, I want results, but the way that I'm doing it is not efficient. And once you realize that, it's like, all right, you can make two choices. You can make one choice from two choices, which is one, stay in the same position that you are in now and see what happens, or number two, make a better decision to get better results. And that's exactly what we did. Hence why we have DMU with the CRM now, that customer relations management system that every business should have to organize, because it allows you to do everything. I'm talking about from the top of creating funnels and websites to all the way to even having a POS system to check out products. Like our system just has everything. And so once I made that conscious decision that I want actual better results, I took those 3, 4 different software that I was using, canceled those, which not only made me gain clarity, but it also helped my pockets as well, and got into one CRM, which is what we use at DMU now. And essentially it organized everything into one place, y'all. So drop one place in the chat, because just like how we know that one video can change your life, one product, one service, meeting one person, like one system will organize everything for you. And so that is how we got from where we were to just better results internally, which ultimately show up externally. And that's with
Yeah,
anything.
no, that's real good. And would you say that as a new business owner, do you think that individuals, and I'll give my perspective first and then let you chime in, should have systems when they first start? Because I find that a lot of people in organization, even myself included, when you first get started, because you feel like, like this is the least like important piece of your business, like being organized, or people look at it as like, oh, well, this is just like another thing to pay for, something else to add on. And I would say, if you're a serious business owner and you really want to, do business the right way, even if you're a beginner, those few months that you have to pay for a system or anything of that nature is worth it, because in the long run, it's going to be so much more effective and efficient for you because you're going to be able to have all of your stuff together and not have to move backwards. And what I mean by backwards, I mean like, because when you don't have a system, like for instance, for me, when I didn't have a system, I had to create everything from scratch. Once I finally was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do for my business model, I didn't have a way that I was like collecting leads or anything like that. So now you have to manually take all of those emails that you have, like dig through your box or whatever it was, whatever system you're using now, which let us know in the comments like what system you're using now. And now you have to plug all of those in. So in the long run, it just takes a lot more time and effort, in my opinion, versus you just starting off the right way and just really, taking your business serious from day one and getting those systems in place. But the great thing is that, of course, at DMU, we have a system, for you that you can utilize when you sign up in our program, because that's how important we understand, to have a system. So I always tell people like, get your system. Like people really skip out on that and later on down the line, and Jasmine, you can attest to this. We get phone calls like, "Hey, I need the system and I'm gonna have to migrate all these things over, and now you gotta pay an extra fee because it's so much manual labor that our team now would have to do in order to do all of that."
Right. And it's true because that part of taking yourself seriously or actually knowing that you're a big business and that you need the organization, that has to start from the beginning. If I could tell anybody that is first starting off or wanting to grow the business or just getting in initially in the business world, is going to be to organize first. Because the more organized you are, the more confident you are in your systems. When somebody clicks on your link, and if that link is not working, or the link doesn't have the upsell, the downsell, or the link doesn't solve the problem right away, then everything that you're marketing for, the leads that you have, the content that you're taking, it's a greater chance for it to be misinterpreted, misread, or quite frankly, just not even working, right? Broken links happen all the time. People put up links from years ago and then don't check back. And now they have a whole nother software or a whole nother system, and those links that they had initially just don't work. But essentially, like telling people from the beginning, like you listening to this is like, your organization, whatever you need to invest in your organization, do it, because you're going to make that back on the back end and on the front end ROI wise, because you'll be confident enough in telling people what it is you do, what it is you offer, and sending them that link or sending them that page or sending them that product or that service, because the actual system and the function of it actually flows. So I would definitely say that it is essential to do that from the beginning. My cousin is being so rude. Hold on. I would say it's essential to do that from the actual beginning. Because then when you come into something that you want to be organized, or you want it to flow, or you want it to be overall successful, money's coming in, clients coming in, products coming in, it's always people not thinking of what the business and the service could be. And that's why when they come to us, it's like, okay, well, actually, I need this to be undo to redo, or I want to redo this, or I want to restart this, or I want to rebrand this. And it's like, if you do it from the beginning, those that are watching in that phase, you are actually at an advantage, because now you can master your beginning. So that way you're going from a mastery level to the expert level, instead of starting all the way from the bottom where we've already started. And now you have to relive different things that Kiana and I have specifically relived. So just knowing that you have the opportunity to start on the right path with the right software, with the right organization, is going to lead to the confidence that you are looking for your business to be successful. Because you're not going to be confident if your backend and your systems and everything is falling apart, or it's not and it's not well put together. Because then where are you actually bringing your clients, your customers? Where are you bringing them to without them getting lost, or branding you as a different company than what you really want them to be?
Yeah, I love that. I love that master. What did you say? Mastering the
Mastering
beginning?
your beginnings, yes.
Yeah, that's a good one right there. Mastering your beginning. That's definitely it. Yeah, I always tell people that, like, that's the reason, why, like you just mentioned, we have what we have, because you could learn a bunch of different things online, but what we've realized was that most individuals, they're not teaching you systems. Why? Because people think that systems is complicated, and people want to simplify business so more people can buy into their brand or their messaging, which, I understand. You don't want you don't want to sell somebody something complicated. You want to sell simplicity, which is what we do here. But the reality of is that you do a disservice, which happened to me in the beginning. I was learning about all these different types of businesses and things that you could do for business, but no way to organize, how to, keep everything. How do you actually organize your digital marketing? Where do you start from the digital marketing? How do you, like what you just mentioned, Jasmine, broken links? Like I've been on so many individuals, like people share out things and the links don't work, and then they don't really have a system to fix it. And that's just like you said. Now people label you as like bad business, and like that's not what you want to be labeled as a new business owner, especially in today's space where, it's already, labeled online business has already a reputation because of things like this. And it could be avoided if people, like you just mentioned, just do good business, and people could do good business by having good systems in place and have an organization. And it also helps you with that time freedom. So I know a lot of people, and let us know in the comments, like people want to have that time freedom. And that's what organization allows you to have as well. So being able to, have things scheduled and already out and about without you having to touch, because you've already set something up, is the power of being able to be organized in digital marketing. There are many systems that you could use. We have our own system that we use for individuals that come into Digital Millionaire University to help them stay organized, and we show them how to, utilize that system as well. And that system allows you to hold your contacts, your website information, your landing page information, and it's an all-in-one system. So like what Jasmine was talking about, you don't have to worry about having six or seven or eight or nine different systems or tools to run your business. So you don't have to have an email contact here and then a different service provider for your website here. Like you could literally keep everything all in one, and you could see everything underneath one umbrella, one snapshot, and it makes it a lot easier for you to stay organized and for you to use that. There are also some other tools and systems that you could use for digital marketing. What are some of your favorite tools, Jasmine, for digital marketing organization that you want to share with individuals?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely going to be number one, our software, our CRM with DMU, because that allows me to put everything together. My payment processor is on there, my contacts is on there, um, everything regarding certain memberships, certain groups, like everything is on there, the links, the the funnels, the websites, the POS system, everything that you could think of is on there. So that's always going to be number one for me. And then another software that I like to use is I like a mixture of Discord and Trello. That way I have the capability to organize my content to match it up with the service or product. And now my team can also be collabed on that software so that way they can see and they can keep track of it. So Trello, and then Trello also allows you to have checklists. So for example, with us in YouTube, if you have a video that you need to create, it allows you to type out that video idea, of course, the thumbnail idea, but you can have a checklist so you know what is done and what needs to be completed next. So definitely Trello to add to that, in addition to our CRM software. And there's a few others that we do use, things like Dropbox to help you with your storage. But basically between that and Discord, right? So you have the CRM with DMU. For us, we have Discord to communicate with the teams. Some people use Slack, I know that. And then Dropbox for your storage and Trello for your organization of your social media, which you can also do on the CRM by posting automatic posts like community posts and carousels and different things like that. That is on the CRM as well. So, I mean, between us and the team, we maybe have I would say like 3 to 4 softwares, but if I'm doing my business with just my business, the CRM and a nice Trello board is enough to organize the content and then actually have the leads and then people to go to right after that. So 2 logins, 2 passwords, nothing more, nothing less.
Oh, I like that. 2 logins, 2 passwords. Yeah. Who here just want 2 logins, 2 passwords? Because listen,
Right.
you listen, you be having to have passwords for everything these days. And look, and the passwords be like, it gotta be 15 characters with a symbol. And it's like, listen, I always be having to like change my password because I never remember anything. Like
That
when it's like those
two-factor
long passwords.
authentication code.
Yes. Yes, I just had to do that when I was logging into my business bank account before we got on this call. They was like, "Oh, we don't recognize this device." You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta so all of that to say is that is perfect. I love that. Yeah, I do like Trello as well. Trello is very and it's free too, so that's the great part about it, like the standard version. And it's a great way to organize, like you said, Jasmine, your content, keep up with your team. You could see like, you could slide, like you said, like the to-do list down on what to do, and you're able to like upload videos, instructions, and all different types of things on that platform. So I do love Trello. Of course, I love our CRM system because it's super easy to utilize once you get in, and we provide, of course, templates and snapshots to make it easy. But that's what you mentioned. So I would say like those two. I didn't really use Trello until later on down the line. Like I had heard of it earlier on when I first started out, but I was like, I didn't really use it like that because it was really kind of just me. But another another system that I like to use as well on top of that is so we have the CRM, and then we have the Trello, and then you like the Discord. So I use WhatsApp as well because when you talk to a lot of people overseas, Discord is nice too because you could organize in groups. So that's the great thing about Discord. But since I keep my team members on 2 different channels, um, I use the WhatsApp, and it's easy for me in reference to that. But if you have, I feel like multiple team members and different things like that, Discord is good. Some people use like Slack as well. And those are really the main two tools that I know about. And then as it pertains to keeping your files, I love that you mentioned Dropbox. So I use what is it? What's the Google Drive? And I love Google Drive. That's a great way, especially like when you do like different designs and stuff like that. And since, Jasmine and I, we both have like a lot of large like design files and different things like that, it's important utilize um utilize the actual some type of drive. And in this case, Dropbox, Google Drive is good to keep your files organized, different things like that. And then another place that I like to keep for people that design is Canva. So that's a great place to keep, like all your marketing materials. So like if you want to create like flyers or like posts for your reels or on Facebook and different things like that. Canva is a great place, and you could organize inside the Canva, which is good because you could utilize their folder system inside of it. A lot of people don't know that, but you could use their folder system, which is great. And I recommend, if you are doing any type of marketing, digital marketing, of course, you're either using some type of Photoshop or Canva, which is beginner friendly. And Canva is a great place, and they have their own organization system so where you can actually, keep things organized. So that's one that I recommend as well for when you want to keep up with your actual materials, and you could share it with team members. And you could, we have template links, and Jasmine and I, we've worked on many PowerPoint presentations together in the slide by utilizing Canva, and you could keep your branding and everything on point as well. So
Mm.
that's another system that I would say is really good to use for digital marketing and organization.
For sure. And y'all should take those softwares and go look them up, because all of them that we listed are honestly free. They do have like pro versions and another version up if you're ready to take on that, which typically is not a lot more money than people think it would be to get a lot of more benefits. But if y'all have questions about the softwares or a question about how you can be organized in your business, so that way you have more time to work on your business and actually love on your business, just go ahead and send us an email. Y'all see us, our email is digitalmillionaireuniversity@gmail.com. Or you can leave a comment under this video, and of course, we'll be sure to make another video just for you. Do you have any last remaining touch points to give the peoples them, Cash, about being organized in their digital marketing?
Yeah, just like what Jasmine said, make sure that you are utilizing the links in the description. And, if and when, because we know you are, ready to make your first 4, 5, 6 figures online, make sure that you sign up for the different programs and master classes that we offer, because they're for individuals like you tuning in. So make sure y'all come in so you don't have to figure this out on your own and be a part of community.
Exactly, and I agree 100%, because if I had somebody to help me along the way instead of paying for three different softwares that can just do one, I'm telling you, I already know I would have been more as confident as I am now. That would have been me at least 2 years ago. And so if you are looking to be more confident in your business, if you're looking to gain more healthy leads, if you're looking to actually transform your physical business or beginning a business to online income, so that way you're able to just move around, you're able to network, you're able to enjoy actual life physically as well as financially, then go ahead and click that link in our description box below. And we will see y'all in another 2 weeks. And if y'all haven't already signed up for the masterclass, that link is also in the description box below, which will be next Monday. We will talk to y'all soon.